Welcome to the Intermediate Lead Guitar course. Now, to get the best from this course, it will help if you've been playing guitar for a bit of time. It's not for complete beginners. In particular, you should be confident of being able to use all 4 fingers on your fretting hand to be able to play scale patterns across the fretboard. If you've any doubts about your ability in this respect, then a quick visit to the first couple of sessions on the Guitar Gym section of the site will help sort that out for you. If you're a complete beginner, then it's probably best to complete one of the courses from the beginners section of this site first before proceeding with this course. If you start this course but after a while find it particularly heavy going, maybe feel a bit out of your depth, then I'd strongly suggest cutting back and completing the beginners blues course followed by the intermediate improvising course. With those 2 under your belt, you should have no difficulty enjoying and getting the most from this course. Now, the intermediate lead guitar course focuses in on a technique that we call key specific improvising. The first lesson on the course will explain that in full and give you something of an overview of what it's about and what it's useful for. But in a nutshell, key specific improvising is a method of being able to play along with pretty much any kind of tune in any key using notes from anywhere on the fretboard. It's a very comprehensive but simple method of improvising. Very powerful. Now, when people first start learning guitar, it's common practice to learn piecemeal. That means that you learn specific riffs, specific intros and solos from particular songs. So you might have learned a specific riff, say something like Black Knight from Deep Purple. Or you might have learned a classic guitar intro like Layla from Eric Clapton's Derek and the Dominoes time. Or perhaps you learnt Slash's solo from the Guns N' Roses version of Knocking on Heaven's Door. All these things are great, and it's the best way to learn guitar to start with. You might also have learnt a couple of blues scale patterns, maybe a first position in A, or you might have learnt it as a minor pentatonic pattern. Or maybe you learnt it in E. I believe that this piecemeal approach to learning guitar is absolutely the best way forward when you're a beginner guitarist. But I also believe that far too many guitarists continue to try to learn this way for far too long. Now, once you're sort of beyond a certain stage in terms of your physical ability to play guitar, really this approach to learning becomes increasingly less efficient. Let me explain more what I mean by that. If you take the learning of a solo, like the last solo I played there, Knocking on Heaven's Door one, which quite a lot of people learn quite early on, it takes a certain amount of effort, energy and time to learn a solo like that, either by tab or from a teacher or by ear. So there's a certain amount of trial and error involved. You're reading the tab and you have to play that over and over again. Then work out what's next. And so on. And build that sort of ability up step by step. A similar thing occurs with scale patterns. It takes a certain amount of time to first learn, and then drill. scale patterns to get them up to the sort of speed that they need to be of real use to you. So there is, say, that much amount of time and effort and energy involved in learning the bits and pieces that we're talking about here, the intros, riffs and solos and things. There's really only that much more effort involved in learning a system that teaches you the underlying patterns that are used in 99.9% of all intros, riffs and solos and so forth. Likewise, you could say that there's this much effort involved in learning, 2 or 3 scale patterns, and only this much more effort involved in learning a broad system that will enable you to play absolutely any type of scale pattern you're ever likely to need, in any key, at any position on a fretboard, in any direction. The idea of empowering the guitar student to be able to play in any key at any point on the fretboard is something that really underlies the teaching philosophy on this site. So this course sets out to lay the foundations for you, to provide you with that knowledge and ability. As a result of learning and then drilling the exercises on this course, I'd expect you to reach a point where you will be able to learn new material, new intros, riffs, solos and songs at a far faster rate than you previously could. This will also apply to your ability to create your own improvised guitar solos. You'll find yourself learning in minutes what previously took you hours. And as an added bonus, you'll also find yourself remembering things more easily. This is because instead of learning them parrot fashion, you will have learnt to you will learn them in a way where you understand the underlying patterns of things. This means that when you forget details in a piece of music, you can easily and quickly recreate the missing pieces by understanding the underlying principles that you're working to. So this course, the completion of this course, really does represent a major step forward to anyone who wants to develop their independence as a musician. And if that's you, I look forward to seeing you on this course.